Yo, what is poppin' YouTube? This Digital Senpai. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing great. I'm doing pretty good myself. Thank you for asking. I can't believe I have that all down because I'm just so used to saying it now. Hey, we have our intro though. Let's go. Today we're gonna be rocking out some Call of Duty Cold War gameplay, and let me just tell you, I'm very pleased. Okay, I'm gonna be giving my opinion, right? I will already say my rating for this game is about an 8 out of 10. I know there's a couple things you can fix. As always, it's just a Call of Duty game, right? Everyone's gonna find some flaws in it, especially with a game running this long and year after year. But I was fairly satisfied with it. Like, again, I only played maybe 10 to like 15 games for about 2 hours throughout the whole weekend that the alpha was out, if you can even call it that. We'll get into that. But I was pretty satisfied. I think I got a pretty good inclination and just feel of what the game is supposed to be and what it was about. I think they nailed the aesthetic for it being in the Cold War. I think it's a great concept. So the visuals and what the game made you feel, like the pre-presentation and the cinematics before the game started, I think all that was pretty bomb. It just takes away from like load times on this current gen. Moving forward in the next gen, you can appreciate, even on PC especially, the graphics and the cinematics a lot more for the visuals. So I think that was pretty dope. Overall, yeah, I mean, I was super pleased with the aesthetic and feel of it. I think they nailed the 70s, early 80s kind of feel perfectly, because I think the Cold War, because I'm horrible at my history here, so don't mind me, but I think it ran from 45 to 1991, or was it 46 to 1990? It was like something like that. So it spanned quite a bit, but I think they got like the feel what they were going for. Nice, gritty, clean, neon colors at night with like the Miami map. I think Satellite had some like pretty nice, like rustic, clean looks. And again, I play like a 4K setup, so everything looked super spicy. Oh, it looks so good. But I'm very pleased with, like, again, the aesthetic of the placement, what you're supposed to be playing, like what timeline and what it wants you to feel. So I can't wait for the kind of I don't know if it's supposed to have a campaign. I think so. So I can't wait to play that. I usually don't play it, but for this game, might make it the exception, because of the next gens coming out. It's gonna look super clean, so I can't wait for that. But let's get into why it is not an alpha. I think this far into development, where they pushed off and having this quotable alpha, is right around the time where I would say like they put out a closed beta. I've been involved in a lot of closed betas for Call of Duty, where you just need keys or anything to get in. It wasn't an open beta. Like, it started getting popular to get the community involved. I think they saw that and got little tidbits out a lot faster and trailers to get people excited. So they definitely learned, but I've been involved in a lot of closed betas and about 2 alphas. I know for certain the Black Ops alpha, I remember that one. And the alpha, I think the other one was for MW2. I'm not quite sure what. I think it was MW2. But I'm 50-50 on that. And other games as well. Like, this is definitely not my first alpha or beta, so I think I have a pretty good feel on development standpoint, like where they would be. And this game looks super clean. This game looks like it's pretty much ready. And again, with launch day being right around the corner, I can't really see them changing much. I mean, whatever you get from this, besides like the initial launch day kind of big patch, which they always do, whether it's for the servers or like minuscule things, it is what you're getting already. So the good news is it looks clean already, right? And with only minor improvement, hot fixes on some guns and whatnot, it can only get better. But I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. So like some of the minor things to get that out the way first, I would say like the sound and again the aesthetic of the feel. Super clean, super good. I think where you're stepping like on gravel or in a building, or firing off a gun in a closed or bigger space, the echoing, all that fits really well with the guns. The guns don't sound too like tinny or cardboardy, like I think it was the original Black Ops, actually, that like in Black Ops 3 that had like the cardboard kind of sound effect for most of the guns, especially like the Uzi and whatnot. So of course this is running off of their engine from Treyarch. If there's any company I trust, it's probably Treyarch. They're up there with one of the better companies that kind of listen or pay attention a little bit more to the community as far as like this is what I think they would like for a map or aesthetic or feel or game mode. So they've been getting better as a whole, and I should say Activision because Activision's kind of stubborn, but overall I think they nailed all the small little tidbits, the details, because that's really going to come into effect when, again, these next gen, like either stuff for PC, like graphics for PC and parts, or next gen in general for consoles, are really going to push that like forefront of like, oh, this is going to be visually appealing and it's going to perform great, you know. So again, that's where like getting your mind off like the small loading times with the cinematics at the beginning is so refreshing, because you need something new to every Call of Duty, because again, we're getting it every year, you know, we're getting the same thing every single year in parts of like, hey, shoot a person, first person shooter, different maps, you know, basically like 15 or 30% of the same guns. So you kind of need some new things to like just revamp like that fatigue that you get over a whole year of playing Call of Duty. Usually people get tired of it and want the next one by like the third month, but still. I think moving on to the next thing for the mechanics, I think the mechanics actually felt like super clean too. I would put them on par with a mix of, I know it's a different engine, but like Ghost and Black Ops 2, where it felt like where you shot was supposed to go where you shot, so that's always a good thing. But it did feel accurate. Of course, besides the lag spikes and stuff, which I had a couple friends mention that they got some too, that whether that's internal or not, I'm not sure. But again, most of the game, the guns felt like they were pretty accurate, and more importantly, they fit their role, right? You're not, well, I am. Let's talk about the sniping. The sniping is like almost reminiscent of COD 4. If you didn't play it, it's very reminiscent of COD 4, where you shot in or you pop shot is where the bullet was most likely going to travel, opposed to the swaying and movement of Black Ops 1 sniping and the alternate movement of what was it, Infinite. So different kind of ways to snipe and to quick scope and whatnot. Not actually snipe. I mean, who actually snipes? I suck at actual sniping. Just like look in, hard breath for like 4 seconds shot. Nope, can't do that. Nope, that is all Battlefield. That is not Call of Duty. But I appreciated that the sniping felt like home. You know what I mean? It felt like if I were to go to I don't know, a pop shot of like 15 meters or less, then it would actually hit around that target. So that's back. The guns, like I said, feel, especially the XM. Like I said, the XM is a beast. It's not as good as like the again the ACR or anything, but very close to the carbine, whereas accurate. It was very comfortable to shoot. Different attachments definitely helped it. The 74U is back. Let's go. If you remember that from classic Call of Duty, that gun was a beast. So yeah, every gun in its own class felt like let's see, it felt like yeah, I'm not using my words too good here, because every Call of Duty has a situation where one gun will stick out, right? You have that one OP gun and every other gun kind of feels like trash, or not so much trash, just, you know, the same. So you get wrapped up in like, I'm gonna use this gun for everything, when it should feel like this AR stands out more because it's more accurate far range versus this one where it's more accurate close range, mid range. Or I'm just gonna use a submachine gun because I want to run gun close range, or you can be like me and snipe everything long or short range, but you're not supposed to. But if you're the type of like tactical shooter, you know, tactical player, or to play comp and whatnot going forward as well, you want your gun to do its job in that class. On top of that, you want a certain gun to perform better in different situations, which is why they have so many guns, I would hope, in that class. So one gun isn't going to be and perform like other ones. So I think they're kind of stuck there. I would tweak a couple guns pre-launch, maybe for the next open beta, hopefully, because I know there's supposed to be another one, I think October 8th. I could be wrong, but like the first week and a half, 2 weeks of October, I know they're supposed to release another half of the open trials, I'm just gonna call it. But overall, you know, the gameplay felt pretty smooth. You know, the mechanics and the gun set they gave you to play around with overall felt pretty good. The attachments kind of suited the guns. It weren't, you know, they weren't like crazy akimbo or like, why does this gun not even have this, you know? So yeah, I'm like super happy with the experience that I got overall. As I said at the beginning, I would probably rate it 8 out of 10 because overall the experience was very comfortable. I know it has a couple ways to go, again, for it being, let's just say, an open trial, not an alpha. It has some improvements it needs to make, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to the competitive scene in particular, to seeing what kind of movesets and movesets, what am I talking about? What kind of rule sets and different things they implement and not implement into it. I think it's going to be great for hype moments and just salt moments all around. And yeah, I mean, the game has a great start. If you didn't like it, let me know why. You know, I'm pretty interested. Overall, like I said, I see the flaws it does have. And I would say that's primarily the choice with the flaws it does have, because the game can't suit everyone. But I'm pretty pleased with it. Let's just say that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary, my little insight. Hopefully you enjoyed your day, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys coming. Don't forget to subscribe, because we throw up some bomb content. Trying for every week, but it's every 2 weeks right now because I have so many projects and stuff everywhere. But yes, thank you once again nonetheless. Until next time, peace out.
I look at people and I wonder all day, who are you and you are not the one in your way. And then I think about myself and I stayed. I'm a pretty boss with almost your brain waste. I'm a freak in the sheets, but I got clothes.